Finally, you get to speak. You Speak finally gives you the opportunity to speak, practice and consolidate your English in 5 minutes every day. Listen and repeat. Repeat after the bell. He carried on walking. Nevertheless, he carried on walking. He was very tired. Nevertheless, he carried on walking. She kept on working. She was exhausted. Nevertheless, she kept on working. Nevertheless, he passed it. He found the test difficult, but nevertheless, he passed it. Nevertheless, it's still really excellent. That textbook is very old. Nevertheless, it's still really excellent. Despite feeling nervous. She smiled despite feeling nervous. That he'd never studied. Despite the fact that he'd never studied. He passed his exams despite the fact that he'd never studied. They lost the football match. Despite being the best team, they lost the football match. He continued sleeping. Although the alarm went off, he continued sleeping. He was still hungry. He had eaten a large lunch. Although he'd eaten a large lunch, he was still hungry. Although she practiced every day. She didn't improve, although she practiced every day. It was very late. Nevertheless, they carried on reading. He felt relaxed despite the danger. Although he was old, the man was incredibly fit. You're not really prepared. Nevertheless, you should try the test. Despite the cold weather, we had a fun holiday. Although it was raining, we still went for a walk. You are still too young. Nevertheless, you could give it a go. He drunk too much. Nevertheless, he decided to drive home. brought to you by Speak Languages and Travel the World.